Hello, this is D, and I'm back with another video. Well, CES 2017 has begun, and the first of press conferences today was LG. Now, throughout the day, there are going to be other press conferences. Sony's going to unveil their new products, as well as Samsung. Now, I will have a video up later on in the day describing what they unveiled, but right now we're going to concentrate on the LG press conference. Now, they had a lot of things to unveil. They unveiled some new laser smart home projectors. They unveiled a fridge that you actually tap on it, and it becomes translucent, where you can actually see what's inside, and as well, it has Alexa inside of it, where you can order, I don't know, butter, milk, whatever you need for your fridge, and it'll get delivered to your house. As well, you can ask it for recipes or how many calories are in the meal that you are cooking. Now, I'm not really too interested in that, but I'm sure there's some users out there that like the idea of having a smart kitchen and everything talking to each other, and they will find this useful. However, for me, the biggest takeaway was their OLED TVs. Now, they have a new OLED, a 77-inch. They call it the Signature Series, and they call it the W, and the W stands for wallpaper. Now, this TV is so thin that it actually sticks to the wall with magnet. It's actually thinner than an inch. It's incredibly thin. Now, I'm going to read it from the article here on cnet.com. And as usual, I will leave a link in the description of the video so you guys can click on the article for yourself. As well, I'm going to leave a link for LG's site where you can actually see the press conference and watch it for yourself in its entirety. Now, the article says, just when you thought flat panel TVs couldn't get any thinner, lighter, or better looking, LG throws something new against the wall. The all-new W7 OLED is like no TV you've ever seen. It can't stand by itself on legs or a pedestal. Instead, it requires a wall. And when attached to that wall, it protrudes no further than a couple of coins stacked together. Just 3.85 millimeters, that's 0.15 inch. So thin you'd never notice it from the side. The 65-inch model weighs just 18 pounds, and 77-inch weighs 27 pounds. That's less than many 32-inch LCDs, light enough to attach just about anywhere without worrying about in-wall studs or weight limits. The top, which screws into the wall, is unusual, while the bottom sticks to the wall with magnets. It's even flexible enough to peel slightly away, if for no other reason than to blow your visitors' minds. Now, as you can see here from the picture here, you're seeing how thin it is. They got a key here, and that's the panel that is extremely thin. Now, many of the coolest products shown at CES are just concepts, but LG will begin shipping the W7 this March, with pre-orders starting as early as next week. Pricing isn't currently available. LG's Tim Alissi, Director of New Product Development, said it would cost maybe $1,000 or $2,000 more than the launch price of last year's most expensive OLED TVs, the G6. So that would put it around, I believe, $9,000 or $10,000. Now, skim through it says within LCD-based televisions, going ultra-thin often means sacrificing image quality, but according to LG, the W7 will share the same image quality as the other 2007 OLED TVs. OLED stands for Organic Light Emitting Diode, a display technology found in phone and laptop screens too, although only LG makes large screen sizes with that technology. LG's OLED TVs deliver the best picture quality we've ever tested, beating LCD sets from Samsung, Sony, and other test sets over the last few years. Now, I have to say, the OLED screen is beautiful. They do have a few problems. Hopefully they worked it out with the 2007 models, but you can get image retention in it, so you can get like burning if you leave like a static image, say like you're watching CNN, and you know on the bottom they have that CNN. If you watch it too long, it's possible that it can burn into your screen. Now, hopefully they've gotten rid of this problem in the 2017 sets. They also say that they've increased the brightness by 25%, so it's up to 1,000 nits now, which is excellent, especially with the infinite black that you get with OLED sets. And they said they've improved the color by 99% of the DCI color space, so that's almost perfect of DCI P3. And they're also supporting other HDR formats. They're supporting Dolby Vision in HDR10 again, but this year they have added HLG and Technicolor. None of these really have content yet. However, it's future-proofing itself. I've heard some things about HLG HDR and the Technicolor. You know, we know that they've been grading stuff for years, so hopefully they're going to add something to the HDR spectrum. Now, they're calling this Active HDR, and they said that it will also improve the image from HDR10 sources to mimic the dynamic metadata used in the Dolby Vision. Now, the dynamic metadata adjusts the brightness and the colors, more the brightness, on a scene-to-scene basis, where right now with HDR10, it's static, so it pretty much doesn't adjust it accordingly to your set's capabilities or a scene-to-scene basis. So this basically will give you a better HDR image. Now, here's some images here. So you see the TV is quite thin. Now, it has a little cable at the back that connects to the sound bar. Now, the sound bar that's included with this television is actually has Dolby Atmos. So Dolby Atmos, gives you sound from like the ceiling. So it sounds like the sound's coming from like different places. So you can hear like planes flying overhead of you. And it's just a lot more crisp and it's a lot more detailed. And of course, it's done by Dolby, which we all know are the pioneers of sound that we have in our systems today. Now, I'm going to just read out some of the other features it has here. So it says 4K resolution, supports Dolby Vision, HDR10, HLG, Technicolor HDR, 1000 nits peak brightness in the highlights, covers 99% of DCI color space, and includes a soundbar that has Dolby Atmos. Now, I got to say, I am quite excited for this. The price I'm not too excited about. It's going to be expensive. So this is going to be for you enthusiasts out there or for you guys out there that have disposable income. I don't think you're going to get a better image quality on a television. OLED, to be honest, is great. And if they have fixed the errors that it had in 2016, it's going to be a hard TV to beat, in my opinion. Now, they did have some other OLED TVs that they did release about today. We're going to go through it here. Now, here's some more pictures of the W series. Now, as you can see how thin it is, you can see the cable that attaches to the soundbar. Yeah, that's pretty much it on the pictures there. Now they have other models. So now they're also releasing a G7 to last year's G6, and once again, this is going to have improved brightness by 25%. So it's going to reach 1000 nits, and it's also going to cover 99% of the DCI color space, and it's going to have all of the new HDR formats supported as well. They're also going to have an E7 model. And I believe they're also going to have a B7 model. Now, these models here, the E7 and the G7 and the B7, they should be more affordably priced. So I'm hoping that these TVs will be a lot cheaper than last year's OLEDs because they're having 3 lines of them. So they'll have tiers. So hopefully OLED this year will be affordable. I guess we're going to find out in the upcoming weeks and months to the launch, the price and availability of this. But I have to say it is quite exciting. Now, like I said, I will be reporting later on in the day about Samsung and Sony's offering. But I want to know what you guys think about this. Are you guys excited for this new OLED Signature series? Do you like that it's so thin that you actually don't need a bracket, that it just sticks to the wall like a magnet? Anyways, leave your comments down below. I ask you guys to like, share, and subscribe to the channels, and I'll see you guys a little bit later on in the day with another video. Until then, I'll see you guys on the next one.